Today's Wellness Wednesday segment is a program featuring RSVP, Retired Senior Volunteers, with Molly Walt. Molly, can you tell us about RSVP?
Yes. RSVP is Nevada Rural County's Retired Senior Volunteer Program. So we're a nonprofit, been established for over 54 years, and we provide programs that help seniors and adults with disabilities live independently.
Obviously, Molly, you rely on the communities that you serve to help with these services?
Yes, most definitely. We do rely on volunteers. We do have some independent contractor positions for homemaker and respite care. And then we do have, some paid driver positions. But for the need, we definitely need volunteers for home companion, telephone reassurance, volunteer stations. We do need volunteer drivers because the need is so great. So we do rely on the community for volunteerism.
And there is another very significant category which provides a lot of peace of mind for families, especially if they don't live in the same community. If you wouldn't mind, Molly, tell us about how someone can help as a personal emergency response unit.
Yes, so we have personal emergency response units free to our seniors when they're eligible. So their eligibility would really need to be that are they a fall risk? If you're, to become a client of RSVP, it's just 60 or above. But if you're 65 and you're driving a motorcycle and you want to I fallen and I can't get up button, you really wouldn't be eligible. These I fallen and I can't get up buttons, which we call purge units, are for those homebound seniors that are at fall risk. And they need that peace of mind that if I fall, somebody's going to be called. So these units are, they do detect a fall, and then they will call emergency response. Then hopefully, the sheriff's office will respond to that call. They go to their home and at that point hear from the client.
Oh, Molly, it sounds like a wonderful way to give back to the community. Molly Walt is our guest today from RSVP, Retired Senior Volunteer Program. Molly, an important aspect of RSVP is providing transportation. If you wouldn't mind telling us about that.
Yes, so we have fleet vehicles in the Elko, Winnemucca, Ely area in northern Nevada. We also have them in, Carson and Lincoln County and strategically placed throughout this state. But we have those fleet vehicles. They are paratransit. So our drivers are trained to provide transportation to those who are in a wheelchair. And then those fleet vehicles can accommodate 4 clients, their vans. And then we, like in the Elko area, we transport to Salt Lake City on Mondays, Twin Falls on Tuesdays. And we ask, that the appointments be somewhat close together, 11 to 2 p.m. We also then transport locally as well, and to medical appointments and grocery stores. We provide one transportation request a week, 1 or 2, and then they can make stops. If they have a medical appointment, then we can make a stop to the post office or, to the bank, something to that extent, to the food bank. We do that as well. And so we have our fleet vehicles. That's where we ask, volunteers would drive when we do provide the training. Background check. Everybody is background checked. We pay for the background checks. And then we also have a second type of transportation, and that's when our home companion could possibly drive their personal vehicle, and then they get a mileage reimbursement, a 70 cents mileage reimbursement for those trips as well. We don't really encourage that, home companions provide that long distance trip. We would ask that they use our fleet vehicle, but that's what we do as well. And we do reach the Wells area. We have drivers that will go out and bring clients from Wells into Elko to go shopping as well. And then we have in Winnemucca, we go to Reno on Tuesdays, Elko's on Thursday, and then we do in town, obviously, in both of those communities.
Well, Molly, thank you. And Molly, just curious, obviously someone listening by now might say, well, I wonder if I would qualify. What kind of volunteers are you looking for RSVP?
So we do look for, 25 and above. majority of our volunteers are retired seniors, which is the RSVP of the organization, Retired Senior Volunteer Program. And so retired seniors are the majority of our volunteers. And but again, 25 and above is what we look for. It's just the retired seniors, they have more time on their hands and can accommodate during the day. And that's when, because we do not transport after 5 p.m. We don't encourage that. So that's what we look for.
And then often you will be connecting clients who, as you said, are in need of transportation. Is there a best way for potential clients to maybe get in touch to find out how they can avail themselves of the services?
Yes. So our website has our client application and it has a list of all of our services, and that's www.nvrsvp.org, or feel free to call our office at 775-687-4680. Extension 0 would bring you to the transportation program. However, the Homemaker program, it lists all the different programs and what extension to select depending on the program that you want. But we also have an office in Elko, and that is at the Senior Center. And then we have an office in Winnemucca on 33 West 4th Street.
Very nice.
Those offices are open from 9 until 2.
9 a.m. to 2 weekdays, it sounds like, Molly. Well, that's great. Molly Walt is our guest, and she, of course, in directing the state services. We appreciate what you do, Molly, and I just wanted to know if you wouldn't mind telling us about some opportunities for people who really like events and connecting and collaborating.
Yes, so we're in all of our communities where we have offices, we're starting to do volunteer recruitment open houses. And so right now we have one scheduled in Winnemucca on March 12th. It's at the Mexican restaurant there. I forget the name and I apologize. But that information can be found on our website as well. And then we do have fundraisers because we are 100% donation based. We don't charge for our services, our client. And so we do rely on donations, sponsorships, fundraising, grants. We do get a lot of state grants, county grants as well. And so there's always the opportunity to support us by attending our event or supporting a fundraiser that we might have, which again, all of that information can be found under the events tab on our website, which is www.nvrsvp.org.
That's wonderful, Molly. The last question I'll ask is often the one that people will ask themselves. Who makes a good volunteer with RSVP?
Anybody who has service in their heart.
Thank you, Molly. Our guest today from RSVP, brought to you by Wellness Wednesday, courtesy of Vitality Integrated Program Services.